Did you have a fun time?
Yeah.
I see hands. I see two hands.
That was Mr. Bieber. It's always nice to see those guys. Always
The man, the myth, the men, the myths, the legends. Well, without further ado, let's start. We'll start with my side. Hello. Great.
Thanks for coming. Nice to see you guys again. My question is convention related. You guys have been through a lot. My first one, when I saw you were like, wow, y'all came out here to see me. I have nothing to say, and we're not going to change it for 20 minutes. I want to know, since you guys have done so many conventions, are you still in awe of the people that come out to see you? Even like the theaters like that come out and have that to say? Or are you just like, oh, no.
I am greatly still in awe. It's a combination now, because on a serious note, this has, and I had a chance to talk about it in my talk, but this has become such an integral part of Supernatural. I mean, hearing from y'all, and what y'all think, what y'all feel, what y'all are passionate about in the show, and we really, y'all help us keep our finger on the pulse, of the show and what's going on. And then to see the newbies, I saw some hands, which is good, a lot of hands. Hi guys. That's what's really cool, because here we are, maybe heard squeal. Yes. Just join the family. See the newbies who join the family. It's also really awesome. So I guess I'm a combination. Mr. Eccles?
Yeah, I don't think, I don't know. For me, I never get used to all the flash and lights. I'll never get used to it.
And I do it on a set also. I'll walk around just... So he has no
get used to it, but that's not going to happen. It's like, I did a play years ago, which some of you might have been to. And we were sold out every night. I got that rush of adrenaline and that almost that butterflies in the stomach and stuff. It's just not something that went away. But I thrive on it. I love that kind of nervous anxiety kind of feeling of this is here we go. We're going on stage in front of a whole crowd of people, and I kind of get that here. You guys are awesome. It's so fun to come out and talk with him in front of people, because generally we're just making jerks of ourselves privately. So it's nice to be able to put on a
very true.
Well, the reason why I come back is because you guys are like so down to earth. And I just say y'all way too much now.
Love it.
Thanks.
Just really quickly want to say thank you, because watching Supernatural helped me get through my mother's death and my dad's got cancer. But I do have a question. I wanted to know, what's the best interaction you've had with a crew member?
With a crew member? Well, I mean, the crew is kind of our family, so it's a very dysfunctional family, but a family nonetheless. And I think there's not a day on that set that goes by where we're not at least folded over laughing about something or crying or what are you doing?
Turning around. I'm just doing that. Much like y'all have. I mean, we see these people every day. I see them more than most anybody else in my life. I mean, I probably see Genevieve more, but other than that, it's this guy and our crew, which is this guy, crew, we joke. They become near and dear to every one of us, and obviously we've had also very sorry to hear about your loss. Happy we could help in some way. We've also on the show lost members of our show family. Whether they've been hirings or firings, or we've also had many additions to the family. I'm going to be the most recent as soon as this phone starts ringing. That's cool. I didn't even expect that. Thank you guys. So we've seen. I mean, we were just talking about our cameraman Brad, who has a 5-year-old daughter, and he and his wife were even pregnant when the show started, and now she's 5. And there are people who
we're having conversations with her. Yeah, she didn't exist when the show started, so
she wasn't even on thought. So it's been really cool. I think a lot of have been really neat to experience. Or maybe just
He's
babies.
had 2 babies.
Yeah,
Since the show, our B camera, focus puller. He's had two babies since the show started. We've had marriages, we've had kids, we've had divorces, we've had deaths in the family. I mean, we've run the gamut with these people. So every day it's you know, it's a good time on the set of Supernatural.
Thank you. Hello. When is the time for Sam to wear costumes?
You mean, why does Dean always get stuck wearing the stupid costumes? Yeah. Dean's always the one that gets beat up. Dean's always the one that has to put on the... Dean's always the one that's got to be shoving his fat...
See, it's funnier when it happens to him. I think it's funnier at least. I don't know, they the costumes, which I'm very happy about. I also always, because the Dean character has long, so whenever I'll read it in the script ahead of time, I always like to read the scripts before Jensen, and then I'll read something and be like, it's kind of funnier if it's Dean's character. And the writers are always kind of like, yeah.
Oh, great, so you're the one that's giving me that. And then he'll come into my trailer and be like, hey, it's funny, and I'm like, yeah, thanks, now it's not gonna be funny, because you just jinxed it. Yeah, I don't know when Sam's turn to be the comic relief is gonna happen. But
yeah, it's gonna have to get.
I'll tell you one thing: Jared's comedy enough for both characters. So.
Yeah, I come in crazy costumes all the time into work, but then I change into Sam.
Thank you. It's good to see you. Hi.
Good. Can everybody hear? Is there anybody in the back?
Lights.
Can y'all hear us? Yes! Raise your hand if you cannot hear us. Then how do you know You can't trick me.
We're doing a mic check over here. You gotta say something into the mic though. Look at this, here we go. We got a mic.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah! All right, raise your hand if you cannot hear her.
The question is, out of all the character deaths on the show, who were you most excited that came back on the show to reprise their role? Or who do you want to see come back?
Of all the characters who died, who were the most excited to have back?
What?
Of all the characters who died, who were we the most excited to have back?
Yeah.
I was pretty excited when Sam came back.
I could have known without that one. Whatever. Gosh, I mean, we've had so many. I mean, going back to season 1, you know, it's even to.
I'll tell you what, I'd like to see back. I'd like to see Bobby back. I think we have y'all's agreement.
Bobby, Cass. Chuck.
Yeah!
John Winchester.
The Wendigo. Okay, I'll shut up. Yeah. Which one?
The clown. Shades clown. Yeah, there's a lot, so it would be hard to pick one.
Yeah.
That's Ceiling.
Thank you.
Hi.
But mainly for me, right? Just sorry,
What's the most awkward experience you've had with them?
Most awkward experience you've had with a fan? That question right there. I'm just kidding. The most awkward experience.
Well, earlier, I thought someone said something they didn't, and that was kind of funny. I thought it was double something else. I'm sorry. I'm being honest. I guess for me, one time, it's happened actually many times, but someone will kind of, I can tell someone kind of thinks they recognize me or whatever it is, and I'm a pretty amicable guy. Like I chat to whoever I'm around, and I've had on more than one occasion someone come up and be like, "You're an actor, right?" Girls or whatever. Like, yeah, and then dead silence. Like dead silence. And I'm like, I guess it gets awkward, right? Because, you know, and I understand sometimes people get nervous. I get nervous also. I hope they like the show and like my work as opposed to like, man, you really ruined that show. But I think it's awkward because you want to chat with people. So when they just go blank, you're like, oh my god, I killed them. They're dead. That's pretty normal.
I had a funny story. This is going back many years. When I was on a soap opera. And we were doing some sort of a promotional thing in a mall in the middle of nowhere. I don't remember what we were doing or why we were there, but we were on a little stage, kind of like this, in the middle of a mall. There was two stories, and there's several of the actors up on stage, and we're talking, and I'm sitting there, and I feel this thing hit my head. And I look up, and a girl, probably about your age, had put a notebook, a little notepad, and a pen on a fishing wire. Fished it all the way down from the second story, and it hit my head. And I turn and I look at her, and she goes, I'm not making that up.
She MacGyvered you.
And it was, it was just like, and of course, everybody watching was like in hysterics, and I was like, I will absolutely